Alright guys, welcome to Stoak'd Studio. So today we are going to cover clipping mask and alpha lock. So you can use both in very different ways, but general idea is that alpha lock only allows you to draw on that line. So if you, for instance, paint on this layer, then this would be the only thing you could alpha lock. So this character or cartoon character I worked on, a lot of this is just using clipping mask, because if I do anything with alpha lock, the problem you have is this would all need to be separated. So the neck, face, ears, hair, that kind of stuff to do alpha lock. So general idea between alpha lock is whatever you layer you're on, click on that layer, and then you will find alpha lock right here. Tap that, and you will get a chessboard or checkerboard behind it. You can also two-finger swipe to the right, and that will turn it off or turn it back on. Now with alpha lock on, I mean, you can do some very cool things. I mean, you could, one of the main ones I would say is shading. So if you grab airbrush, soft airbrush, and you can basically go over the top of that, and it stays within. So if I change this to way different color, yeah, I can't color outside this layer. I can't even go onto the face. That's why I put them there. So alpha lock's very cool for the fact that you can color in like a layer that you've drawn on. One of the good things I would say for it is that if you're a person that's very big on doing layers, then being able to alpha lock certain layers will definitely help you. And then being able to color in. And then the other one is a clipping mask. People, I would say, probably stick with clipping masks. So I would say best way of doing it is, so if I put this on a new layer, so we'll just delete this one. We'll draw a circle. And then fill that circle. Oh, I need a better pen. Okay, so this is kind of a classic one that people do all the time, is the sphere. So this is my layer. You could say, for instance, if I was drawing that face and cartoon, yeah. So this could be his head. So if we change his color, what am I doing? Disk. Let's change that quickly, shall we? Right layer. There we go. So let's say this is his head, okay? And then we can quickly draw some ears, I suppose, just for fun. Big, huge ears. Okay. So let's say a light source is coming from this direction. So, and hence all this should be dark. Yeah. So with a clipping mask, you press onto the layer, select as a clipping mask, and it will clip to this area that you've coloured. So get myself slightly darker colour. I would just get an airbrush, just for this example. Probably a soft one, yeah. Now, I can't colour again, so just like Alpha Lock, I can't do anything outside the layer that I've painted on, okay? So you can see, I don't know if you can, but you can see that I have coloured outside. So if I go back, you can see brown markings, but it's not to worry because it's going to be clipped anyway. So now I can go in, just kind of shade in certain parts, whatever I want to shade. And even if you've like gone too far, you can go in. I've got mine set to a square brush right now, yeah. But you can go in and take it away if you put too much in. I suppose a good example would be if you're using the airbrush to shade in, I would change my eraser to the airbrush I was using so that it takes it away just as nicely, should I say. Okay, so you can see that's using clipping mask, and I can add a clipping mask on top of a clipping mask as long as it's paired to the partner. Whereas Alpha Lock, I can only change something that's on what I've painted on that layer. So clipping mask is really easy to use. People tend to use it a lot, but Alpha Lock, it's all going to be on one layer. Whereas a clipping mask, I can now, if I wanted to, you could move this around, yeah? Whereas with Alpha Lock, you can't do that. I think that's pretty much covering it. So that's probably the easiest way to explain it. Alpha Lock is always going to be on one layer, whereas a clipping mask, you're able to make multiple clipping masks. And then even if you've finished and you say, right, that's good, now you can just swipe it down or pinch together and make it one layer. Then you could go in if you wanted to and say, right, I need to change some more, Alpha Lock it, change color, whatever you need to do, and you can go back in with Alpha Lock because it's only on one layer, and carry on like so. So that's kind of just a small introduction into Alpha Lock and clipping masks. As always, guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave me some comments on whatever you want to know, whether it's good tutorial, whether it's not, that's fine. But commenting is always good. I'll get back to you. Other than that, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day.